the next day.
Welcome back to Scottish Man Cave and welcome to this week's vlog. I've bought myself an iced tiramisu, I think it's called, latte, iced latte. Never had a tiramisu in my life. So, that's actually quite nice. Oh, I like that. That is actually really nice. It's like a chocolate coffee latte, iced latte. It's quite nice actually. I like that. Tiramisu, guys. Tiramisu. But anyway, as you would have seen, I've done the charity shops yesterday, and now we're going to go somewhere else that's not my locals. As I walk past the Bernardo's I was in yesterday, and yeah, we're going to have a look. Obviously it's too nice to be stuck inside today. My plan was actually to start reselling today, but yeah, there's no way I'm not staying in. Or should I say, there's no way I'm not going out and staying in this heat. So yeah, quite like that. Tiramisu. Never had tiramisu in my life, ever. So yeah, I'm still kind of getting used to people looking at me, but I've got this little tiny camera out. I'm gonna have to get used to that even more if I start doing the car boot sales, because most of you guys who voted on my post would rather see the car boot sales on a Sunday than the I&O series. So I hear you loud and clear. It won't be a while until I start the car boots. Obviously I'm gonna have to generate money to do that. So, you know, once I'm trading properly, then we will start going to car boot sales. Maybe go with like £100, 50 quid, maybe something like that every time, and then we'll just have a walk around the car boots. There's actually two car boots, I believe. There's one I go to quite often. Well, I say often, I haven't been in this year anyway, but there's the one at Fainston, but I think there's another one, but my friend actually, she runs it, so I might need to actually, you know, ask her where about it is actually, because I know it's up the road, but I don't know how to get there, so I might have to try it. I think that's a Saturday car boot sale, could be wrong. The only downside is, obviously guys, I don't drive, so I can't buy big bulky things, like a lot of resellers and stuff do. But of course we'll look for stuff for the collection as well, for the man cave. And yeah, what an absolute beautiful day again. Absolutely spoiled just now. It's like 20 degrees probably. And yeah, this tiramisu, I need to actually look for the ingredients in this. I'm not sure if it's like chocolate powder or something, but yeah, it's quite nice. And as you can see guys, there's quite a lot of police presence, so I'm going to put the camera away for a couple of minutes. Right guys, although maybe some girls watch, so I need to start saying right guys and girls. So I'm in the main shopping centre now, and as you guys know, I am very spontaneous, so I'm heading down towards the bus station to see where the hell we're going. I haven't got any clue, but I've got maybe two places in mind when it comes to this kind of weather. But I think I want to leave one for the summertime, so I think we will go to this place today. But I need to find out how long the bus is going to be. The good thing is it's not too far away, so I'm not travelling super far. Yeah, I don't want to be going past the Aberdeenshire kind of region anyway. Not today. So yeah guys and girls, I need to start saying that more often now. Just going to check the bus times, and then I'll see how long I've got to muck about in the shopping centre, and then basically we'll make a decision there and then. But I don't think I'll be waiting long for a bus, to be honest, so I'll have a wee look. So guys, this is the bus times here. and we're going to go on the 201 from 29 minutes. We're not going to Bryn Mawr though, but that's the bus we're going to catch. Yeah guys, I've got about 20 minutes to kill, to having a wee wander around the shopping centre. But yeah, there's a couple of charity shops where we're going. We've been there before. We're going to Banchory. Banchory is quite good for charity shops, but it's a good place to have a pint in the sun as well. So I might have a pint, I'm not sure yet. But haven't been to Banchory for the charity shops in about... when did we go to Bryn Mawr? Let me know in the comments, guys. I forget when I do my own videos. Yeah, I think it was like 6 months ago. It was back in February anyway, with the bad weather. I remember that. You know, when there was snow in the mountains and stuff. That was such a fun vlog to film. So yeah guys, the car boot sales win the vote. Well, is winning the vote. I'm going to leave it up for a few weeks to see anyone that's watching this vlog wants to have their input, if they'd rather watch the Eye on Honour Sunday or the car boot sales. So I think the car boot sales is going to win it by the looks of it. It's 85% to like 15 just now, so big difference. So, you know, the viewers have spoke, and that's the whole point of this channel as well. I love getting your feedback and stuff, so it's good to know what kind of content you like and maybe content you're not so keen on. So yeah guys, next time you're going to see me, we're going to be on the bus on our way up to Banchory. Right guys, that's me finally on the bus. Yeah, we're going to head to Banchory. Look at the weather guys behind me. Guys and girls, should I say. Yeah, it's absolutely scorching. So hopefully the weather is exactly the same when we get to Banchory. Because yeah, absolutely beautiful. Fine, thank you very much, driver. Welcome to Banchory. We've been here before, but I quite like coming here, especially when the weather is this nice. There is a few charity shops The last time we did pick up a couple of games, nothing too crazy, so hopefully we get something similar. I'm still looking for some of that now CDs as well. So yeah guys, we're going to check out the charity shops in Banchory. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie guys, I've absolutely found nothing for, well, I found one game for maybe the collection, that Heartbeat for the DS, a couple of toys maybe to resell, but apart from that, nothing spectacular. Quite a lot of the prices here are quite expensive as well. It is quite a fancy town, so it tends to be dearer prices. That British Red Cross is ridiculous. I don't know how much that toy's worth, but 18 quid seems a bit excessive, like, for a kid's toy. You know, it's one thing pricing video games with CEX and all that, but a lot of these charity shops still go with like eBay prices and all that. But yeah, I've got one more charity shop to go. Never been to it before actually, and it is about a 20-minute walk from the town centre, so we're going to check it out. I'm not sure if it'll be even open, to be honest, but we'll have a look and just see if we can find anything. But I've spent like £4 since I've been here, so not amazing, I would say, but it's a day out, so can't complain too much. So yeah, let's just have a wee stroll to this other charity shop. Yeah, so I'll get into more detail regarding the eBay selling business when we get back to the man cave, but effectively I'm just looking for toys. I'm going to be maybe doing clothes, just everything really. I'm going to be selling on eBay, just anything that I can see makes a profit. And yeah, before I've bought books in the past, bought them for 50p in the charity shop. My best ever selling one was I bought like one of them manga books, bought for 50p, and I sold it on Amazon for £250. So that's the kind of bargains I'm going to be looking for in the future of this channel. So yeah guys, I think this channel's got to go more into not just video games but everything really, but of course I still got to see me build my collection. And of course you'll still see me, you know, play my PlayStation, my Nintendo Switch and all that as well. So there's still got to be a lot of gaming elements involved. But, you know, I'm just documenting my journey now. So it's going to be exciting. I'm actually thinking I might manage to make £400 to pay the container, potentially. Because that's how much I'm going to need to get a container, it's £400. But, and I'll explain when we're back at the man cave how I think I can get that £400 quite quick. And then use that as a deposit. So I can get all the clutter, all the crap out of the man cave. So I'm essentially not running my business from home. Because to be honest, I don't want clutter. I don't want other people's junk that I'll be selling on eBay, you know, collecting dust in my house. So yeah, that's the best way we're going to do it, I think, is to, you know, get a garage, get a container, and that way you'll see me filming there quite often as well, when we do start. And then, as I say, hopefully we can make it a viable business. But going back to, it was a guy that, you know, when I had a container for a little while, he managed to make something out of nothing. He has a shop now, and I'm going to be brutally honest, guys, I know I can work harder than him. So if he can do it, I can do it. It's just, you know, it's actually getting it done. So, like, how I see it is, I don't want to be a full-time eBay reseller all my life, but, you know, I want that freedom. I don't want the normal 9 to 5 where I'm getting told what to do, I'm getting bossed about. And the one thing that fucking pisses me off is being micromanaged, especially from, you know, so-called guys in suits that's never worked in a warehouse in their life and haven't got a clue what they're talking about or what they're doing. That just absolutely boils my blood sometimes. So I'm glad I'm out of that environment, because that was the environment I'd done for way over 10 years. Way over 10 years. Working in oil and gas. Never again are we doing oil and gas. You know, you only get one chance at life, and, you know, what's the point being a slave to people that don't appreciate you, and people that just try and take advantage of you, and just overall are toxic with you. So, you know, I think this is the best route to go down, to make something out of nothing, but also just have that freedom. Just have the freedom. That's the biggest thing for me. It's not about getting rich. I don't care about getting richer, guys and girls. All I care about is having freedom of time. That's the other thing that annoys me. Oh, can I get a week off on my holiday? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You're an adult, you should get to decide when you go on holiday, when you want. Not being, oh, can I get permission to go on holiday, please? I despise it. Absolutely despise the normal kind of, you know, working culture. And then you're looking at countries like Norway, Sweden, they put like 6 hours a day in. That's how they do. And they get the same kind of pay as a full-timer here in the UK. You know what I mean? So, guys, there's so much opportunities to make money online. And trust me, I'm not an online make money guru or anything, but I'm watching all these people, content creators included, you know, make this a full-time gig, and that's what I absolutely love. You know, my ultimate goal would be content creation full-time. Absolutely love doing this. Absolutely love it. You know, with eBay, it's a lot of physical work, and eventually I want everything to be automated, so I can make money in my sleep if I want to. That's the ultimate goal. eBay is just to get me started, but it's also relevant with the charity shop. So, you know, even if I had decent money in the bank right now, I'd rather still go and sell some stuff on eBay and then use that for the collection, instead of coming out of my pocket when it could be for holidays, things like that. You know, if I had my own place, buying my new kitchen, or buying like a van. I think eventually if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need a van. So again, any money I make will probably go to finishing my driving lessons. So we can get a little minivan to go to the charity shop, so I'm not humping heavy stuff, because that's the issue, guys and girls. Because I don't drive, I can only take so much on a bus as well, so there's that reasons too, kind of thing. So I need to work out where the hell I'm going. Yeah, I've still got a wee bit to go down this way before I take a left hand, but don't know what he's doing there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much and for the support. As I say, I really appreciate everybody that watches the channel. And as I say, there'll still be a lot of gaming elements, so I won't sort of changing direction a little bit. It's still pretty relevant to what we do. You know, the vlogs are never going to go away. So, you know, there might be videos on my business and like what I'm selling on eBay, what I find in charity shops, because I'm not going to video everything, because that'll lose the sort of, you know, charm to my videos. I think I like the once a week vlogs, so you know, if I'm buying stuff in charity shops just to sell on my eBay business, I might just do like a pickups video in my container kind of thing, rather than like me actually physically filming in the charity shops. So my vlogs still feel authentic, they don't feel repetitive and don't feel boring. That's the most important thing. It's not to be boring for you guys. So I just you know, we're coming up to a year on the channel, and yeah, I tried a year, guys. I tried a year to try and get big enough to go full time, but like at the same time as well, I'm actually okay with it because it's more a hobby for me anyway. But that's all my goal one day would be to, you know, be a full-time content creator. But like as I said in last week's video, you know, like with streaming, for example, if I was to charge memberships and all that, you know, what worth would you get from me charging you to watch memberships when you can get streaming for free? And what other content that I could make that would be worth having memberships? Because let's be real, you know, there's bigger YouTubers and they've got their ad revenue on and stuff, but there must be a reason why they're begging for money. They must not get paid much from YouTube. That's my guess. You know, TVM, again, I used him last week. I hate using examples because, again, I'm not his biggest fan. I think he's okay for what he does, but he's got 80,000 subscribers, right? And yeah, let's be honest, he was scraping to make a living, so now he's had to get a job. So he's got 80,000 subscribers. I've got what, 250? No, not even 250. I'm even lying there. It's 233, I think it was, but we're getting close to the 250. But to be honest, that's all I need. 233 of you guys and girls who have subscribed to me are absolute legends. So again, it's not so much about the numbers, it's about who's in the community, well, you know, my community, so to speak, and who comments on my videos. Everyone's down to earth, everyone's sound, everyone's so nice to me. Very rarely do I get anything negative or really bad, so, you know, I'm a lucky guy in that sense. But yeah, as usual, guys, I waffle on. But we go on to this charity shop, and never been. Could be a waste of time, this trek. I'll tell you guys and girls, it is pretty difficult walking in this heat, I must admit. So it's a bit of an effort, and don't really know where I'm going in Banchory, to be honest, outside of the town centre. Also, a shout out to Noodle CX, who put a comment about the last week's video when I was in CEX and I was using vinegar. So he says, in the future, just use either isopropanol alcohol for cleaning controllers and battery acid. So yeah, big shout out to you for the comment, mate, and a big shout out to everyone who comments. As I say, I absolutely love, I try and get to everybody's comments and not miss anyone. So you know, if I do ever miss a comment, it's not deliberate, it's maybe I've not seen it. Sometimes at YouTube algorithm can be a bit weird and they don't show all the comments and stuff. Anyway guys, we are here. It's called Magpie. Don't know if it's any good. As I say, I've never been here before. So let's have a look and let's find out. I'm hoping it's a charity shop. But there it is. Magpie. Not quite music magpie, but magpie. Ah, right, okay, so that's vintage. Not wanting vintage, I'm wanting the Magpie charity shop. Okay, that didn't go to plan, but this looks more promising. Looks more books and stuff, so here we go. And it does look like more books. Lots of DVDs, lots of CDs, which is cool. Cannot play, look at video games. But music, copyright and all that kind of crap. I'll have a look and I'll see what we can find. Right guys, Magpie. That place saved the day. Didn't pick up any video games, it was all FIFAs and stuff like that, but there's quite a few things that I've picked up for my collection. But also, I think there's a couple of things I might manage to flip on eBay. Kind of thing. It was super cheap in there. DVDs was only 50 pence, CDs 50 pence. Got a couple of brand new sealed CDs for my collection, 50 pence. So overall, I think I spent just under a tenner on there. And that's the charity shop done for this week's vlog. I reckon I can change that tenner into maybe 20 quid, 5 quid. It's little small gains here and there. I think I picked up like 10 DVDs that were sealed. You know, I only managed to make maybe £2, £3 off of them, but if you've got a heap of them, you know, it adds up. And sealed DVDs is pretty easy to list on eBay, so that's a win-win for me, I think. You know, if you sell 10 DVDs and you make a profit of £2 or £3 should I say, maybe on each DVD, you know, it's £40. You know, most people are lucky sometimes that they make like 60 to 80 quid a day for a shift. So, you know what I mean? Look, these little, you know, minimum gains add up eventually. But yeah, I'll be going there again. A bit out the way, I would say, but overall, I'll be going back. And look at that for a view. Look at that for a view. I'd love to have a back garden here. So anyway guys, probably go head back to Banchory. I think I'm giving the pint a miss, to be honest. It's too hot for a pint. As weird as it sounds, I'm just not in the mood for it. I thought I might have been in the mood for a pint, but I don't think I am really. But I think I picked up some decent stuff there. Especially for reselling. Nothing amazing, but just putting bundles, I can get all back. That's the only clue I'm giving you guys until we get back to the man cave. But I might spend a wee bit of time here. I'm not sure. I might still grab a pint. We'll wait and see. But it's still absolutely beautiful. And yeah. Now I'm just going to head back into the town centre area.
A few moments later.
Yeah, so I decided to just jump on the bus just now. Because yeah, we've got some things to do. So next time you see me is back at the man cave.
Several days later.
And we are back in the man cave. Apologies, I've got the window open, it's just too hot again. And we've got quite a lot of pickups, so we're going to dive right into it. Some is going to be towards, you know, the reselling business. Other things are going to get added to the collection. So without further ado, I've picked up some sealed DVDs. These were 50p each. These are the ones in Banchory, and these pickups are from the last 2 days. So some like very obscure looking DVDs here. I've got Mickey Flanagan's The Tour de France, probably worth nothing. But it was only 50p and it's brand new sealed. Same with this one, 50p brand new sealed. Southside Review, never seen this before, don't know if it's worth anything, but if I buy these for 30p and sell them for like £3, it's profit at the end of the day. So and these are easy to list because they're brand new and sealed. They won't take a lot of time. You can probably get like 10 listings in 10 minutes really. Remember Me, again 50p. Ted 2, 50p. For brand new DVDs as well. The Bucket List. So we've got quite a few here. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. This could be worth something, potentially, don't know. Although it does look like a new Scooby-Doo, so maybe not, I don't know. And yeah, we'll leave them to the side for just now. And same with this ones. I picked up the Starving Games. I'm guessing this could be related to the Hunger Games, so again, 30p. Again, this one, Avatar, brand new and sealed, 50p. So it's quite a bargain actually, really. And 12 Years a Slave for 50p. Paw Patrol for Nickelodeon. Again, brand new and sealed, a little slight tear on the front. And I think the rest, have we got any more sealed? I think the rest is going to be sold as a bundle. Yeah, these were all 30p as well. As long as, yeah, so we have quite a bunch of Power Rangers DVDs. So I'm thinking this would be good as like a bundle on eBay. So I've got Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Power Rangers SPD, Dino Thunder again, Volume 5, Power Rangers Mystic Force, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, Turbo Power Rangers movie, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive again. Oh, must have been 2 of them. Maybe that's the, yeah, Volume 2 and Volume 4, and Power Rangers Samurai. So I noticed actually, it could be worth something if I sell them in a bundle. You know, even if I sell them for like £6-7, something like that, could be worth it. Right, okay, so and we'll leave that for there. So that was the DVDs. I've bought a couple of toys. Seen this Buzz Lightyear, it was only £1. If I get £5 for it or something, you know, it's a decent profit. I don't know if it's worth anything. Needs a wee little clean up, but to infinity and beyond. Also found this as well. Don't know if it's worth anything. I'm just taking a gamble on these things. Again, only £1 from the Cancer Research. It's a Power Ranger again, I think. So again, £1 there. And I also bought this as well. Now this is actually worth about £20, I think, on eBay. I spent £1.50 on this, and that is a Power Rangers sword thingy mabob. I don't know what you call it. I noticed there was one on sale for like 40 quid on eBay, but I've got a little bit missing, so I reckon I'd only get maybe like 20 for this possibly, so not a bad little thing for £1.50. If I can turn £1.50 even into a tenner, that's decent profit for me. So that is that. So that's all the DVDs and stuff. So I'm going to be listing all them pretty soon, and I will get on to the business stuff. Here is Chester the cat, of course, being nosy. What you want? Hello. Mwah. You hate being picked up there. Oh, good dude. Right, so on to CDs now. And we picked up Now 69. A Now CD that I do not have in the collection, so super happy with that. Also found this as well today, the Ride Ministry Sound Euphoric Anthems. Looks actually a decent CD actually, so I'm really enjoying these Ministry of Sound CDs I'm finding for super cheap, and that was only £1. And also found this one today. This is only 30p, R&B, the collection, some decent tunes on this, the likes of 50 Cent in the Club, for example, what's his name, Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. There's quite some decent tunes on this kind of thing, Black Eyed Peas, Nelly, some decent tunes anyway, so 30p, but this was the deal of the day that I found, guys. Brand new and sealed, 30p, don't know much about country music, but I found Now That's What I Call Country. I know for a fact this goes, I think for about, I'd like to say about 8 quid on eBay, something like that. I've seen this in HMV going for about 8 quid. I got this brand new and sealed for 30p, and yeah, I don't know too much about country music, but there's Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line, so I know that one. Elvis Presley. Yeah, I don't know too much country music if I'm being brutally honest with you guys, but Kenny Rogers. Oh, I wish the Gambler was on it. I like the Gambler. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere. Anyway, so that was 30p. And this one as well was also 30p. Brand new and sealed. Now 100 Hits Movies. Now again, guys, I'm not probably buying these two CDs for their normal price, but for 30p, brand new and sealed, this is getting added to my collection now. So it's worth listening, and if I don't like it, then it was 30p each. I could have easily have resold these, and maybe I've made like £30 into, I don't know, maybe like 15 to 20 quid, but nah, I'm happy enough to keep them. And this one, I know what this is. This is a Vinted parcel. Is it Vinted? I'm sure I bought it from Vinted. Yeah, and then this one's getting added right away. And that is Now That's What I Call House. Absolutely love house music. This is up to date kind of house music from like the 2010s. So, oh, there's some absolute banging tunes on here. But yeah, guys, absolutely love this kind of music. I love house music. This brings me back to the Iron Appa kind of days, and you know, like, yeah. The good old days, So, yeah, Gorgon City, the likes, you know, there's so many good, something like David Zowie, House Every Weekend. Oh, what a tune. Honestly, if I hear that on a night out, oh, me. So, yeah, I think probably my favourite pickup, in terms of CDs this week, although that 30p Now CDs is an absolute steal. So to the games, I've only got 3 games for this week. The first one you would have seen on camera is Herbie Fully Loaded, I think it is the movie, but it's called Herbie Rescue Rally. Don't have much racing DS games for 2 quid. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll keep it or resell it. I don't know if it's even worth 2 quid, to be honest. But was the only game I wasn't leaving behind in Banchory. And that was the problem in Banchory. The high streets in Banchory, the charity shops there are just so expensive. In terms of video games anyway, there was like, you know, they're just quite expensive. And like the Red Cross for the toys is even worse. That was like 18 quid for a figure like this. Now, could have been worth something, so I don't know, but clearly they are using eBay prices, and that's going to be one of my challenges of trying to resell on eBay and stuff when I do source in charity shops, is they are getting a lot more smarter. But not when it comes to books. Not when it comes to books. That's my little trick up my sleeve I'm going to be using. So the other two games I got was yesterday. I picked up Gran Turismo for the PlayStation 4. I don't think I own this. And disc I think is in, yeah, it's in good condition. That was in the Oxfam. And surprisingly, they had other games for the PS4, but they were a lot more pricier and not worth the price really. But for $1.99, a racing game for the PlayStation 4, one I don't own, it's Gran Turismo. It's a no-brainer, so I'm happy to pick that up. And I found this, try to remember what shop it was, but I found it for £4.99, and that is PUBG. Now I think I already own this one, so again it'll be a straight flip. £5.99. I think you could probably get like a tenner on Vinted, something like that. So brand new and sealed. PUBG, bit like Fortnite. If you like your Fortnite, you might like PUBG better. It's more realistic sort of thing, but it's quite old now, so I don't know what PUBG is actually like. A lot more difficult than Fortnite, I would say. So that is the pickups for this week. That's all we're doing. Next week we are not on a charity shop trip, and we are going to be fully focusing on starting this eBay selling business. And that gets to, you know, not an announcement, but I've decided I'm going to sell my PlayStation 2 collection, guys. I'm going to put it up as auction on eBay, because I'm thinking if I sell some stuff just now, I'll make £400 for in this month. Well, not this month, but for the next month. That's the deposit for the container or a garage right away, and that means I can stick about 200 quid next month as well into stock. So that would give us a good foundation to get started. So I am going to sell my PS2 collection, and I'm thinking about my original Xbox collection as well. Just put them on eBay, possibly on Thursday, so the time of this recording the video goes out, I'm going to put it on auction. So I might sell both my original Xbox and my PlayStation 2 collection. I'm just going to be brutally honest, I do not have the room. As much as I want to keep them, I don't have the room. It's taking up too much cupboard space just now, and I actually could do with using that containers for when, you know, I do move into the container. You know what I mean, these little plastic containers I've got, these things. This. You know, these. So you know, all my collections on there. So I think if I sell my original Xbox and PS2 collection, there's easily over 100 games on both of them. I'm pretty confident we can make that £400 for the end of next month pretty comfortably, actually. So I think that's what we're going to do. It is kind of sad, but at the same time, I won't be getting rid of anything behind here. So all that is staying. My 360, I've spent too hard and too long to collect that. And what else? Yeah, my PlayStation 4 and stuff, the Xbox One, I don't think I'll get rid of either. So it's just going to be the stuff that's in the cupboard, just to free up space. And the thing is as well, I see PlayStation 2 all the time. A lot of them games are 50p games anyway, from CEX and stuff. We can get them back at another date. They're not hard to find. I've had a few PlayStation 2 collections before, I will probably keep my PS2 console though. I will keep a hold of it. I don't want to get rid of it. It's actually a good... I've got my original PlayStation 2 fat console, but I've also got the Slim I've been using when I do the IONOs and stuff, so I'll probably keep the Slim, but yeah, as you know guys, the IONO, people voted, they want to see me do the car boot sales. I'm going to leave that up, you know, that post up anyway, so if you think, you know, you're watching, you've just had the announcement, what would you prefer me doing as a Sunday video, the IONO series, or the car boot sales? But for me to do car boot sales, I've got to be obviously making money for me to do the car boot sales, so it's not going to happen like that. It will take a few months before I do start doing the car boot sales, but you know, there was a very overwhelming majority, 85%, and I think it was 7 votes so far, have voted that they would rather I did the car boot sales, which I think makes sense because it kind of goes with the content I do. But as I say, going forward, you know, mostly the vlog's going to be focused on my own personal collection, but of course I'm going to pick up stuff if it's valuable for the business when I'm out and about, especially if I'm out of Aberdeen and I find something that I could flip for like £50 to £100. But the good thing is, once we get this business up and running, it's, you know, a lot of it will go to the collection as well, so I can start spending a little bit more money than I've managed to do in the last year. But the next couple of months, it's going to be tough in terms of my own personal collection. CDs is great because they're super cheap, but with video games, especially in charity shops just now, you're not even making profit if I don't own them, already own them, for example. Or, you know, for example, if I find PlayStation 2 stuff now, I'm not going to really keep it right now just because I don't have the room. That's been the issue for me. You know, I think you guys have seen my cupboard, some of you guys. It is quite a big cupboard and it's all stacked with games and stuff, but I would like that cupboard empty, to be honest. And I'd like to declutter the man cave a little bit. Too much clutter just now. So I think it's a good choice to start selling my collection, and I will start putting my eBay link in the description going forward. So you will see it after this video or during the video, whenever you want to look. So I will auction the PlayStation 2 collection, and I will auction the original Xbox collection. So we're speaking, I think the PlayStation 2 could be over 200 games, so that alone might be enough, possibly, for that container deposit. But the good thing is, eventually, if I do decide to collect for the PS2 again, we will, because there is other ways I can do it. If I, you know, take the sleeves out and take the disc out and put in like poly pockets or something, rather than like big cases, that might be a way to work around it. But I think for just now, the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2 collection needs to go. And anything else, Wii's, all that kind of stuff. So there is other things I'm going to be listing, like for example, you might have seen this a few months ago. I picked up a calculator for like £1 in a charity shop. This is my 40 quid. So if I can make 20 quid from this, somebody offered me, you know, that's £1 into 20 quid. You know what I mean? So but as I say, guys and girls as well, and I've said that a lot in this vlog, I don't know why, because I normally just go guys, but there's a guy that I know who he's done really well for himself. He's successful, he's got his own shop now, but I know I can put in a lot more effort and a lot more work, and I've got systems in place where, especially with books, where it's less work, it's not less work, but it's working smarter, if that makes sense. So it's not as much work in terms of listing items on eBay and stuff.
Much later.
It's actually been a few days on since you know, that last segment. And yeah, the NI Gamer 1995, big shout out to him. He's actually taught me out selling my PS2 and Xbox collection. So, but the thing is, I think we've actually got enough stuff that we can, you know, make the money I need. So yeah, I think we'll just leave the PS2 and original Xbox. But what I will do is probably buy little sleeves. So I'll get rid of the like the plastic cases and just have them in sleeves, because they are taking up quite a lot of room. So yeah, big shout out to the NI Gamer, and also a big shout out to Alf the MVP. He just passed 400 subscribers. Congratulations, my friend. And also, if you've not already seen it, we did a podcast. So it'll be out the Tuesday before this vlog. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely check it out. We had such a funny conversation. And it was the longest podcast we ever did. I also have a pickup right here. I think it's a CD. Probably is. And yeah, it's a CD I was expecting. I love this radio station. It's History. So a History CD to add to my MP4. Only like £3, something like that. So super happy to have this History CD. And yeah, guys, this will be getting uploaded right away to my MP4. But yeah, some like absolute banging tunes, like that Usher, yeah, and stuff. But yeah, for like £2, £3, whatever it was, totally worth it. So very happy. I don't know where my cat's decided to go. But yeah, so yeah, guys, I'm not selling the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox now. But yeah, I'm gonna be listing stuff on eBay. So maybe I might wait a week and then just start putting the link in my eBay store, you know, in the descriptions and stuff. Because, as I say, guys, that's how we're going to fund the game collection going forward. And also fund, like, the charity shop trips and stuff is going to be the eBay business. So, it's not going to be, what am I trying to say? It's not going to be out of my pocket as much eventually, you know what I mean? So, I can use it for other things, you know, kind of thing, like, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm not making any sense. But basically what I'm saying is, you know, anything I sell on eBay and stuff that I find at charity shops and the car boots eventually, you know, that'll be used towards, you know, the game fund and stuff. Because, you know, games are getting a little bit expensive and stuff, you know, CEX dictating the prices and all that, so it's quite hard. And that's maybe why, it wasn't maybe a good idea selling the PlayStation 2 or Xbox collection, because, no, my luck, the prices would go up. So, again, big shout out to the NI Gamer, and a big shout out to Alf the MVP.
One nap later.
Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this week's vlog. It's been a bit of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. Looking back while editing and stuff, the vlog's been all over the place really, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. You know, it was a bit of a scramble last minute with editing as well. Just a lot happening in the last week or so, but yeah, we will be, you know, focusing on the eBay stuff coming up. And yeah, also guys as well, the I Don't Know series is not going to die or anything. I will do it now and again when I feel like creating content, but it's just not going to be every Sunday as it was for a little while. So yeah, I think that's about it really. I just hope everyone has a fantastic week. Definitely check out the podcast I did with Alf the MVP. I am very proud of that one. You know, I went 3 hours, a lot longer than expected to record anyway, but it didn't surprise me with Alf the MVP. We could have went another, you know, like 6 hours or something probably. So yeah, definitely consider checking out the podcast, and if you're new around here, definitely consider maybe hitting that subscribe button as well. But thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao. Last thing, I'll stop saying guys and girls. I don't know why the hell I was saying all that. Ciao.